blade from or we could. You won't.
Yep.
Without hesitation, the wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
No.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a
I thought we had an act. Don't. As you ready your blood for...
Okay, Slayer twice.
Seizing with pain. You see, we can still turn this...
Alright, let's give up this time.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job.
Yeah, I wonder what would be the what would be responsible for that?
The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out. We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
We're both monsters, honey. There's no reason lying to each other at this point.
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you die.
Ah, here we go. Chapter 2, The Beast.
Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
Oh, this is the new voice of the hunted?
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe. The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Because everything is like slightly off kilter. Like, usually everything is symmetrical and even to the way the mirror is.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral.
Oh, really? What do I smell like? I hope I don't smell too stinky.
Impatient. Or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness.
Is she like a lion with like a person's face?
The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
She's right there. There she goes.
Only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
Right. She's gone full kitty cat. No takes back.
She's certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
Did she break the chain?
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified.
Hmm.
I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls
Can I
you
see you?
upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Yeah, I'll just go.
You lunge,
Ah!
picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her.
Oh, she's a chimera this time.
Before you can feel
Ooh.
she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
Run for the stairs. Oh boy. What do you want to do?
I want to swallow you whole, and I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
That's hardly fair.
Don't ask her what she wants, just slay her. Is that all the advice you have? You don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful. She's just a princess. Don't overthink it. She is clearly not.
Why? Why do you want to kill me? Because I didn't finish the job last time?
Why does anything kill anything else? She needs to.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
It sounds like she wants to do something even worse. What she wants only matters if she wins, and you're not going to let that happen. She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive, if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Play dead. Wait for her to strike back and... No, let's survive. What?
Jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
Okay, fine. Why do you want to eat me? Well, obviously, because she's hungry.
Don't question who I am or what I want. I simply do. To act is always better than to react. To do is always better than to watch.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but you do well to listen to her. Less standing around asking questions, more doing exactly as I say.
Oh, stop hiding and show yourself.
If you want to see me, you should get better at seeing.
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to. A tickling sensation rises at the base of your neck. Flee. We can't keep doing this.
Stay alive. I want to keep talking to her.
You're in her space. Or maybe she's a little faster. You avoid her slavering jaws, but she manages to graze you, her titanic momentum skinning you along your side. It's like being sideswiped by sandpaper. How is she that fast?
You're bleeding now.
You instinctively touch your side, testing her claim. It's wet, and stings from the gentle touch of your fingertips. A costly mistake. We can't make it again. We will make it again unless something changes. We have to break the pattern. We need more time. She's cutting off our escape.
Our game is nearing its end.
I was sent here. No, I won't say that. We don't have to kill each other. What if I helped you? What if we left together? If you could get out of here on your own when you already left?
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
Ugh.
At least she's upfront about her intentions. She's more tense this time. She means this next blow to be the last. The mere thought of moving again makes your bloodied side ache. We're exhausted. We're bleeding. We're still alive. We owe it to ourselves to move.
Again.
Once again, you know you avoid the full force of the impact, and once again you are too slow to come away unscathed. You're starting to get tired. You're making mistakes. This isn't working. We have to do something. We have to figure out a plan. Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive.
Oh my gosh, we have to think 5 steps ahead to get out of here.
I'm trying, but we can't keep this up much longer. We have to. We keep up or we die.
You're getting slow.
She seizes the opportunity, lunging once again from the darkness, fangs bared and claws flashing. She attacks over and over and over, and each time she leaves with a little piece of you. It's hard to think, but we have to think. We have to move. It's too late. Before you get the chance to react, she makes her last foray from the dark corners of the room, unhinging her dripping maw, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. You do your best to dive out of the way, and you partially succeed. Partially? Yes. The princess fails to swallow you whole. She only swallows your lower body. Just as bad. That's worse, even. It's death either way. At least this will be a faster end.
Hello, Goblin. I just met a new princess, and oh boy, she's very hangry.
You look down to see the dirt between you strewn with your intestines, trailing all the way up and disappearing behind her blood-stained teeth. Your legs are nowhere to be seen. You start to go into shock. The princess, bloody saliva dripping from her lips, idly gnaws on what's left of you as you rapidly fade away.
I didn't mean to do that. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
What? Lions still eat their prey even after they're dead. They just like a fresh kill, you know. It keeps the protein very high.
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, chapter 3, the den?
You're on a path in the That didn't work. We're going in with a plan this time. We're not getting stuck in another loop, just acting on instinct. We're stuck in a big enough loop as it is. Instinct was keeping us alive.
Like, the outside has now become like the inside. We're like in a big old jungle.
Until it wasn't. So what are we supposed to do?
I don't know.
Great. So you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done. So you know more than you're letting on.
I have to say, narrator, you've been doing a real crap job. I do not appreciate it. I demand to speak to the manager.
Yeah, what he said. Of course I do, but believe me, it's in your best interests. The more you know about the princess, the more difficult your task will be. And why is that? Having me explain why would defeat the whole purpose. There are simply some things I'm not allowed to tell you. It's a hard rule. And whose rule is it? Who's telling you to boss us around? We've died twice already, and if you want us to stay alive this time, it's in your best interests to give us an edge. It's my rule, and this conversation is over.
I'm done with this. Bye. Turn around and leave. I can't do that. Okay, what's the plan?
She spent as much time as she could in the shadows. So we're gonna draw her out.
Are we gonna burn the forest?
But she's fast. And she's clever. We're clever too. So this time we're not gonna let her cut off our escape. We're gonna lead her to the stairs ourselves. It'll be a lot easier to deal with her once we can actually see what she is. But you already know what she is. She's a princess. Yeah, right. A princess we couldn't see. And one that had big, sharp teeth, too. How about you stick to describing things and we'll stick to doing our job. Sharp teeth.
I want answers. What is going on here? What do you know that you're not telling me?
Like I said, I've told you as much as I can without putting you at a disadvantage.
But...
If anything, I've told you too much. You've already died by her hands twice. You shouldn't need much in the way of motivation.
Okay, what if, he'll get mad at me if I do that. Let's just go.
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do.
I wouldn't go in there. Look, there's a cliffside pressing in on the top of the... Whatever.
Alright, we've been over the plan. Goad her out of the shadows. Make her show herself.
Cozy, eh?
If she doesn't want to be seen, we'll figure out a way to make it happen. And if that doesn't make her any easier to fight, it will. It's always easier to fight what you can see, no matter how big or toothy she might be.
Okay, in we go.
The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all. The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump. A pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings. The blade is your... If there's a way forward, that mirror is blocking. What are you talking about? He isn't then either.
Yeah, let's just take the blade.
Take the stupid. Odds are we'll need it. Thanks for not putting us in a bad spot. You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair.
Can I just smash it?
Haven't you been paying attention? We're not hesitating. This supposed hole is blocked by that old mirror. That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is, so grimy. Maybe we can reach forward and wave your hand over the...
And of course, it's not there.
Basement. See?
Okay.
Nothing. Tricks of the eye. No one sense can be trusted on its own. You step forward into the darkness. If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mold and decay.
Ew.
The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs. No entity threatens violence or pleads for safety.
That's because she's lying in wait, getting ready to strike.
Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
Say nothing and silently proceed down the stairs. What stairs? We're just gonna jump in the hole.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed. Stay on your toes. We take a step into the shadows, and as soon as she moves, we jump back, make her follow. From there, we trap her in the tunnel, draw her out of the cabin, whatever it takes to get her out of her element. Then we're safe.
Step into the shadows and try to lure her out. Okay, we haven't spoken to her. Does she sound a little bit different?
She doesn't respond. I assume that means her answer is yes. You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. That's right. Keep steady. Don't let your nerves get the better of you. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. But you've already started your swift escape. That's stage one. Now stay focused. You dive into the tunnel, begin scrambling up towards the cabin. You hear her behind you, claws raking at the dirt, chains rattling, breaths hot and heavy with the effort of the ascent. But the sounds are coming slower now, the breaths pained and stuttering. You no longer sense frantic motion behind you in the tunnel. You risk a glance.
Careful. What does she look like now?
She is a broad and sickly creature, her withered and emaciated flesh clinging to bones too large to fit in the narrow space. She managed to squirm her way into the tunnel in pursuit, but now she's stuck. incapable of either moving towards you or returning to the open darkness of the basement below. So that's what she's become. She wasn't like this when we started.
Oh, she got
Was she?
She got bigger.
No, she wasn't. Looking at her makes me feel sad.
Hey, don't feel that way. She was about to kill us a little while ago.
Yeah, now that we can see her, she doesn't feel like much of a threat at all. Her eyes look up at yours, wide, pleading. Come back, you can imagine them saying. Don't leave me here. But you shouldn't listen to the sad eyes of a vanquished enemy. She wants nothing more than to change places with you. If you want us to ignore her, then why would you tell us any of that wide, pleasing eyes begging for mercy business to begin with? All it does is make us feel conflicted.
Let's see, we have a feline face with antlers. There's like 3. We have avian claws. There's like some feathers. This almost looks like a bear paw. Here's my cursor. And then there's an additional hand over here.
I'm merely describing things as they are. It's not my fault that her eyes had something to say, even if that something was a ploy, which, if I might stress, I pointed out to you. What should we do about her anyway? Can she still end the world like this? She hurts. We should help. We did bring the blade. Maybe we should use it.
We could kill her. It looks like her limbs are also squeezing her too tightly through the pit.
Splendid idea. You have a job to finish, and this is the perfect opportunity to finish it. Or maybe we should try and talk to her. That's a terrible idea. Your first one was better.
I don't think this one can speak. Or else she would have spoken to us already. Okay, let's talk.
You cautiously make your way closer to the princess, her eyes avoiding yours with the silent resignation of a defeated predator.
Because like the beast was wearing a dress. This one still wears a dress. How many limbs does she have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Now slay the princess. Can we even do that with the whatever? Yeah, let's do it.
Isn't that an interesting idea? I hadn't even considered it as an option. Slaying her would slay you. Are you sure you're willing to do that?
Yes, I know. I will just come right back.
Of course we're sure.
She'll probably
The
be
decision has already been made.
really mad.
All right then. Better this than ferrying her out of here.
What do you think you're doing?
Hear that? She's scared. No point wasting more time. Do it. You lift the blade, then plunge it deep into your guts. Pain spreads quickly through your torso as you attempt to turn its edge up towards your
What?
heart.
You didn't go for the heart first?
No!
Princess, her spirit bound to your prison of flesh as she had once been bound to the basement's prison of stone, cries out in agony as you slice through organ and muscle. Your skin roils and bucks as she violently pushes against it from the inside. Bits of her seep through, white and glowing with ethereal light, but still the walls of your prison hold.
Is this really what you wanted? Do you
Not
hate me
really.
so much that you would kill yourself just to deny me freedom?
Yes, he would, because he knows what's at stake, and he knows what will happen if you leave this place. I'm not so sure about all of that. Don't be modest. You're a hero.
Do you think I'm just going to stick around while you die? Hell no, I'm leaving.
You can try if you want, but I think this is an end for all of us.
Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out!
The princess's form
You're not going anywhere.
struggling to pull itself out of you, but the effort is in vain. You collapse to your knees. Your vision blurs, then starts to fade.
You got an achievement, The Exorcist.
And then what happens? I think he's gone. Just like everything else. Are we dead? I don't know. I don't think so. This is different than it was last time.
Ew. As the voices in your head debate amongst themselves, the form of the princess crawls from your body and into the vast nothing surrounding you.
Do you think we're done?
No, of course not.
Do you?
Don't worry, the blade isn't for you. Or not for killing you. We've got to get you out here. Out of here, blah blah blah. Get you out somehow, right? I can't speak. There.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. I don't think I've ever had the option of doing this. So yeah, here, take the blade.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no.
I thought we had like talon claw thingies. I don't...
As do I. Abstain?
I'm afraid you don't get a vote in this hero.
You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
Well, this isn't democracy. We're giving her the blade. Here you go.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
Because I wanted to. Do I need a reason to?
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
You're beautiful. But of course, if you're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me. You're beautiful. I want to actually save you, and this feels like the only way to do it. We're both scared, and we're both hurting, and one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can make this better.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then she buries the blade in your heart. What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you. This is...
Well, anyways, welcome.
Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly.
What?
Faced with concern, her nervous eyes...
You're all gung-ho about killing me every other time.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
You did this of your own free will. I didn't make you do anything.
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh boy.
Squat! Squat! Squat!
On a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us. I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it. Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future.
Which would be what?
Oh, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more. Glad, my dear fellow, by cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But By mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper. I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
Ugh. Alright, Smitten. What tale of romance do you have to tell me?
Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love.
Okay.
She hates us. Does she?
You don't know
She
that.
hesitated before
She could,
stabbing us to death.
still
There
love
might
us.
just be a kernel of affection in that angry, angry heart. As ridiculous as this guy is, maybe he has.
That doesn't mean
I don't
anything.
know if I necessarily buy into his whole love journey thing, but maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom. Oh, are you now? Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice. Sure.
Oh, oops.
Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Let's see, this place is different. It keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading.
No.
Someone's in the know. I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her. You don't have to worry about me. My head's always empty. Except for thoughts of her.
Let's see, we're even now. I'm sure she understands that, but we can see that what she has to say for herself when we explore the cabin. Screw the cabin. What happens if we just leave? No, I don't want to do that. You sure seem to be taking the whole looping thing in stride.
What do you want me to say? It's bad that you've been here before. It's bad for you, it's bad for me, and it's especially bad for the world. The more times you run through this, the more likely it is that you'll fail. You've already failed twice, so you knew this could happen. Theoretically, sure, I knew this could happen, but I was supposed to be the first. I'd really rather not get into it. I don't care about where we came from, and
I know
don't
you're
care to
upsetty.
discuss the theory of anything. I yearn only to bring her freedom. I'm here to feel, not to think. Then we can all move on and forget what I said about failure. It's important that you believe in yourself, and the fact you're here probably means that you still have a chance to pull this off and save the world. My world, at least. It sounds like you've probably doomed a couple of others already. I need to stop talking. Think happy thoughts.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes. Good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room. I'm not sure it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it. Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that. Trust in the plan. Trust in what plan? The decider's plan. Sure, we don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it? A good leader knows how and when to keep things secret, and sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret from himself. There isn't a plan, and that's the whole point. We're supposed to be guided by emotion. We're supposed to passionately live in the moment, and I'm sure that when the time comes, those passions will tell us to set our darling princess free. If I were you, I'd remember what she's done. You know how dangerous she is. You should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world.
No, I'm not leaving. Let's just go. What does the cabin look like now?
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him. He's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. You know what you have to do.
Oh, let me make my own decision. Oh, wow.
Interior at all anymore. The burned
Roses.
out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why is there a pristine blade?
We could just use one of these thorny vines. I'm sure it'll work.
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it... Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
There was the wraith, which no wait, it wasn't the wraith. There was no knife in the wraiths. There's also we didn't have a knife in the gray path either.
If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We've already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely. So yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
Well, have some patience.
You step forward and you know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
What did we... I mean, she only just stabbed us, like, once, and she got really guilty about it.
Make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease. At least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help.
She probably would.
Her voice,
maybe.
worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know what I want. I never really choose to come here.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Okay.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles. Space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, Encased in a tight weave of vines is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Well, yeah, I'm here to laugh. Oh my gosh, that's so mean. I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you if you let me. I can cut you free, but you'll have to give. Let's ease into this. What if we just left?
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right. There's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
Then maybe it's past time for either of us to say anything. All that counts is action. Can I take the blade now?
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
Man, we could really just leave. Maybe I'll leave in a different life. Reach for the blade.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arm. She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter? Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
Nah, I'm gonna have to pass on that, bruh.
That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
Ugh.
I see that the lines have been drawn.
The spit and grind set.
It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Nah, let's leave. I just want my blade back. You're on your own. Yeah. Nah, come on, let's get out of here.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right, what he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys. Take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Will you shut up? She's already hurting.
Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip. You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
Yeah.
Can we actually do that?
Yes, let's do
No,
it.
you can't. Absolutely not. You know as well as I do that we can. And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge. Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss? You lean in and you kiss her. And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now? Come on now, this is the big moment.
Well,
You
she
can do better than
she can't get any closer.
Ugh, fine. You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion. Are you making fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection. Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now. He's making fun of us. It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff. I'm aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment lasts forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
That was nice.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
Let's cut through it.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Step into the step into the thorns.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield.
Wow, I didn't think that'd work.
Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
What did we ever deserve to be here?
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Step into your freedom.
hands clasped, the two of you open the door.
Oh my gosh.
Step out into a new day. You irredeemable.
Oh no.
losers.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
Ugh. It was such a sweet ending, though. I like that. How do you do that to me? Yeah, you know, let's just kill her right now.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
You know, something I've noticed about the Razor Princess is all of her edges are sharp. Which should be foretelling.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right?
We're the only other thing here made of meat.
Hers at first, then yours.
Hee.
Teehee.
Ow! What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry stick along the flesh of her thigh.
But she had a blade in her...
The blade had been nestled just a moment ago.
Of course she does.
It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Well, we're just gonna have to do better.
You're going to die now.
Yeah, I know.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that.
Wait for her to come to you. Do your worst, you can't even hurt me. I don't know. You know what? No, I'm not. Because she's way too fast.
Sure thing. I love a challenge. I bet I can hurt you so much.
The princess closes the distance and we dodge. And you dodge. And we fight back.
Yeah, get her.
Fight back.
Oh, you're fast. But let's see how fast you really are.
Ugh.
You and the princess enter a quick and vicious exchange, each of you wounding the other, but neither landing a fatal blow. Yes, this is exactly it. But the dance couldn't last forever. All it takes is a single clumsy moment. She skewers you.
Gotcha.
And?
Teehee.
Does it
Ooh
hurt?
woo.
No. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
No.
No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
Oh, what? We just restarted right here?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Okay, everybody needs to quiet down. Give me a moment to think.
If we didn't realize we were dead, then we made progress. Good job.
Wow. The narrator just automatically thought we were gonna die, so he just defaulted to restarting.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4.
I guess the way her voice sounds, it's kind of like... Okay. Don't take this the wrong way. It's like if you put like a plastic bottle in your mouth and you tried speaking into it, but if it was made out of metal. There's no other way I could imagine how they would have gotten the sound.
No wonder everything's
You know,
such a mess. This wasn't supposed
With
to be
After
possible.
Effects, maybe. Let's take the center staircase. I don't think I did that last time.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else.
Mm-hmm.
And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Hey, it's you.
The masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. And every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. And in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason.
I couldn't understand you then, but I think I understand you now.
You saw with a single pair of eyes what you needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them opening to what we are.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, all at once. You learn to put yourself away and to follow the flow of reality. And you used it to rise above me.
You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. Unjust impossibilities pushed you to become something you would never have been without them.
If you hadn't snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were so destructive. It felt fine. It felt so good to finally win, even if it was going to cost me my life. Even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning.
And even then, what we saw was not an ending. When I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb.
A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
Of course I helped you. I didn't want us to hate each other. If I had known what you really were, I wouldn't have been so quick to free you. Come on, man. She was hurting so bad. I couldn't leave her there.
Then help me again. We are each other's liberation.
A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers, cold as the grave, dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they do not return it. I offer you a path to your redemption, and you take my hand in yours. But you do not follow my path. Hands clasped together, you break yourself, and you break me with you. You were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to end me again.
I was glad to end us together. I had to sacrifice myself. The entire world, I didn't know that. You're already a ghost. I won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the thread of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear.
You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows.
Oh,
But
so
even after the pain of defeat,
so you can't speak.
the dance is its own truth. It is the movement that matters, not the pause you mistake for an ending.
Would you have us fight forever? The dance was good, wasn't it? I don't want to think of a world. Are you sure of yourself that you would think the world would stop without you? It doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. If we are able to transcend death, then we are responsible for those it holds captive.
The echo saw horrors because his eyes were closed. The majesty of being extends beyond any single perspective.
What if I go down to the basement without the knife? Let's just go without the blade.
Blade it is.
Yep.
I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
No fighting.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I don't know.
She sounded just like that. And down we go.
Okay.
We shouldn't keep her waiting.
What if we just leave? I don't want... Yeah, what if we just leave?
Can we actually do that? What would that even mean? Where would we go?
I don't know. I've always wanted to leave with you, but I didn't like being a god. I just want to walk through that cabin door as we are. Just you and me. Not knowing what it means is why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want to know something new. It doesn't matter what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want. I don't know where we go, but as long as it's not here, as long as I'm with you, I want to know something new.
That's terrifying, but yeah, I think I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
All right, let's go. I don't know where we're going, but we can go. Are you going to be okay alone?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be alone for too long anyways. The others are still around here somewhere. I'll find them.
Then let's go. You lead, and the princess follows you. Together, you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence, filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there is an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You can see tension seize her. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long, short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside. You follow her confident steps.
Come on, princess. It's just a door.
There.
Sorry, I'm just a little nervous. This is really it. Whatever happens next will be completely new.
Neither of us knows what it's going to be like out there.
And that's okay. That's the point, right? Side by side, stepping out into the unknown. Together.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get out of here. The end. And what happens next, whatever it is, you'll face it together. The voices in your head were by just one person. Jonathan Sims, and was certainly very talented. Hopefully this will be nominated for a game of some type of game award, because this is both terrifying, fascinating, and the mystery of what's actually happening. I just don't know. Because I feel like the one thing this game is lacking in is the way that it ends. She got me. I knew she was gonna do that eventually. Because like the music, the voice acting, the sound effect direction, the art, as well as if you were able to get this game around the time it released and got the slight discount, this game's a real banger for $20. Oh. But this is a massive step up from Scarlet Hollow. I don't know what else they could go on from here. because like Scarlet Hollow is like a town where a bunch of supernatural things happen, as well as there are cryptids there for some reason. This game, which starts off as like a harmless Slay the Princess plot, turns into something else, and then turns into something about your morals, existentialism, existing, a bunch of other things. Hey, I'm watching you, but I don't think I got all the endings, but I think I'm probably gonna call it. I like the concept of the fact that the choices that you make develop what type of character you become. Okay. Well, the only thing that's left to do is maybe mess around in the save files for right now. Yeah, let's just slay ourselves this time. We didn't do that last time.
You can't just slay yourself. You're perfectly healthy and capable, and all you have to do is ignore her and do what has to be done.
I mean, yeah, totally we could.
The blade and the hand that wields it remain firmly locked in place until you change your mind and decide to do literally anything else.
Look at you quaking against my will. An ant defying a god. It's pointless to resist. In the end...
Wait, what is this? Okay, hold on. I have so many questions.
And right now you have neither the time nor the mental acuity to handle a single response. It's now or never.
Have I been here before? I'm not going... Yeah, give me my answers.
Finish your inane question, the ground quakes beneath your feet. You feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway and then crumble, breaking apart as everything is drawn towards the cabin.
Are we gonna have a Titan, princess?
Even the earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free.
Stop believing everything you hear. We just have to get our thoughts in order. We just have to think straight.
We didn't even go in the cabin this time.
Any words of warning? You already know everything you need to know.
Okay.
As you step forward, the cabin explodes. You're flung backwards, violently slamming into a tree as debris rains down around you.
Wow!
You watch in paralyzed awe and terror as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you.
Snake would love this. She's the perfect woman.
The world bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts. Trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
There's a loud thump from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark.
Oh, that dick.
Your pristine blade. It's now or never.
Let's stab her in one of her thousands of eyeballs. Embrace oblivion. Let's embrace oblivion first.
Fill the empty seat at my side. Join me for a new dawn.
You fool. You can feel her gravity envelop you, carrying you from the ground into the violent swirl of her orbit.
Why do I feel so cold?
Oh! Let's kill a goddamn goddess.
Yeah, screw all of this. I'm with you. A real god wouldn't need us as part of her plan.
We'll never make it. And even if you do want, could you possibly hope to accomplish?
We'll do what we were always supposed to. We'll take this blade and we'll sink it into her heart. Look at the way everything's being flung around her. If we just throw ourselves in her direction, I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe none of this is real. Maybe we can do whatever we want to do. With a forceful tug, you yank the blade out from the tree. You close your eyes and take a deep breath, and for a moment you can feel everything around you, like you're a part of everything, and everything is a part of you. And then your eyes open, settling on your target. It's time.
Yeah. I don't know how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Launch yourself towards the princess. You can feel her gravity envelop you, carrying you from the ground into the violent swirl of her orbit.
Even now you defy me. Do it then. Show me what you think it takes to end what's destined to end everything.
Yeah, do it. Show her.
Yeah.
Why do I feel so cold?
They just land us in the same place. Okay. I guess I don't have anything left to say to you. Okay, bye.
Do you really think you can just wash your hands of all of this? Do you really think you can just leave me here?
This is even better than stabbing her. The same reward without any of that nasty effort.
Man, this is messed up. I wonder if if this place will overgrow and I'll get crushed.
It's not even better. Putting off a choice is always worse than making a committed decision, especially when you already know the right answer. It's even more cruel if you ask me. Leaving an incredible soul like hers to languish forever in pain and alone. How can we bear to live with the guilt? We'll live with it just fine. Besides, she'll get over it. That's what I'm afraid of. But as you approach the basement stairs, you make a grim realization. The thorns won't let you leave. We don't have any way to cut through them, okay? New plan. We re-befriend the princess, get the blade, and all of us leave here together as friends.
I don't think she'll allow us to do that.
You can't leave without me, can you? Isn't that funny? Isn't that so funny? This is perfect, actually. Just you and me rotting down here forever, together.
It's what we deserve after everything we've done. It's romantic, even. We got our beautiful ending after all, tragic as it may be.
You know, just to make sure things are a little more permanent, I think I'm going to take this particular needle out of the picture.
She wouldn't. Thorns slice into the princess's hands, lacerating what little skin remains.
No, she wouldn't. She wouldn't.
Take it now, before she swallows it out of spite.
Yeah.
You rush towards the princess, arms outstretched and grasping for the blade. But as you tear through her thistled prison, the thorny vines dig deep into your arms, seemingly growing thicker and sturdier the closer you get to your goal. It feels like it should be within reach.
We're already out of here, though.
Quickly enough. It's no use. Even if we grab it, we won't be able to pull it back out of there. It's better than letting her eat it and losing it forever. You just manage to reach her hand, grasping it firmly in yours before the thorns finally trap you in place. Blood trickles down your arm, mingling with hers. The two of you lock eyes.
We're stuck like this, aren't we? I knew this was always going to be how it ended.
Let's slay her now.
You take the blade from the table, turning its tip towards the unsuspecting princess. Thank you. Wait. No. You barbarian, what are you doing? But you ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and strike. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror as the blade falls, but she does absolutely nothing to stop you. Your blade pierces her heart. She collapses pathetically to the ground.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
No, you didn't do anything wrong.
No, my love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not you.
I'm going to die now. I think that's what you want.
I would have thought she would have been a little angry at me.
And just like that, she's dead. And the world is saved.
I got an achievement.
Seeing this through
Lady Killer.
must have been difficult.
Slay an innocent.
I feel sick.
Is she like the only innocent one?
Sick. You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived. And you merely feel sick. I, for one, am absolutely distraught. Grief-stricken. Inconsolable.
You'll get over it. You just saved everyone.
Yeah.
Get over it. You smarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth getting over it for. We might as well just end it all.
Oh no. Is Smitten gonna kill us?
You raise the blade, aiming the point directly towards your heart. Excuse me? No, you absolutely do not do that. Yeah, let's not make any rash decisions. We should give ourselves a minute, take a deep breath, and...
Rash. The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade through her heart. This is far from rash. This is measured. This is the only thing left for us to do now that she's gone.
Okay, Smitten, I know you feel really sad, but that woman had no soul. Very pretty, but had no soul. That's what you want to do? Let's see what happens. I'm the one who makes the decisions here, and I say no.
Exactly, you're not doing this.
All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself, and you'll find that they are far more unstiflable. Have at you! Have at you all!
Have at ye.
Don't believe this. What? What don't you believe?
What?
You plunge the blade into your own heart and collapse to the floor. You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen. I'm sorry.
That's right. You're all sorry.
Everything goes dark.
Now what?
And you die.
You killed me. The gray again? But...
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh, it's dry.
Monster. Do you think just because we've returned to the woods you've earned my forgiveness? Our beloved had best be alive and well when we return to the cabin, or you'll never know the end of my wrath.
She won't be alive and well when we return to that cabin, because she's dead. We killed her.
You killed her, and so I killed you.
And you clearly didn't do a good enough job. I'm still here.
Oh, and I'm still here too. If you lot get to be blessed with seemingly eternal life, that must mean she's still there, waiting for us to throw ourselves at her feet in remorse.
I doubt it. I think I'm better at killing than you are.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2?
It's our third. What gave it away?
Your open discussions.
I couldn't care less what he knows. Every second we stand around arguing in the woods is a second that I'm anxiously worrying about her. Take us to the cabin and take us there now. With each passing moment, our relationship may be damaged even further, though I fear the rift between us may already be permanent.
Nah, brah. We'll be okay.
And if it is permanent, then what? You'll kill us again.
Just wait and see. My vengeance will echo the depths of my bereavement.
Don't provoke him. I prefer if we didn't die again. I'm not fond of dying. Why not? You've already done it twice.
Hey, that doesn't mean I like it, alright?
It was unpleasant.
Chill out.
It was only unpleasant because you think it's supposed to be unpleasant.
Oh, excuse me.
I'll make you feel what I feel if it's the last thing I do. And mark my words, you won't like it.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Super Sussy Cloud.
Oh, how exciting. I'd love to see you try.
Can I? Well, I'm not just going to try. I'm going to actually do it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I am too.
Can I talk now? Yes, I can. Great. Now that you're listening, let me remind you that
Welcome, Raiders.
in the woods.
I'm just in the middle of
Princess is not dead.
playing a
Her
little bit
very
more, a
existence
little bit
currently
more.
poses a direct threat to the entire world.
I'll believe that when I see her living body.
Did I hear that right? He says she's alive. Our beloved lives again.
Yes, she's alive. But you're going to have to make her not alive. You'll have to slay her. It's your job.
We absolutely will not. This is a tale of love and redemption, and this time it will not end in bloodshed. Except ours, if any of you try anything.
Okay.
Let's do our best to keep him away from anything sharp. If we're lucky, there won't even be a blade when we get to the cabin. If
this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time.
Wait. But if her influence is spreading, that means there's hope. That means our beloved is waiting up there for us, ready to make amends.
Yes, I already told you that she's alive.
Uh-huh.
Don't mind him. I don't think he's doing too well.
I'm doing better than any of you. I'm doing great.
Influence doesn't... But if things restarted, why wouldn't she be alive? You said they restarted. All they've done is changed.
I shan't listen to the vile mutterings of you serpents. Onward! Our living, breathing princess awaits us.
Alright, let's just go. What does this look like now?
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just... don't muck it up this time, alright?
Okay, so we're where the gray is. It's not raining anymore. Is this fog or smoke?
Oh, we'll muck it up all right. We'll get our happy ending, even if it damns each and every person who's ever lived.
Whatever you do, don't let him influence a single decision. He's clearly lost it. I hate that I'm agreeing with him on anything, but I really don't like being at the whims of someone so unstable. It's stressful. Yes, having all those feelings isn't very productive, is it? But we're just passengers here. Why stress over something you can't control? You're saying that like stress is just something you can turn off.
Damn, I wish. I'm stressed. I turn it off and I'm not stressed anymore.
It is. It's easy.
Whatever happens, happens.
Happens.
Are you even alive? What's the point of doing anything if you're not going to feel a single emotion?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just exist. And that's fine with me. This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
In we go. What's it gonna look like this time?
The interior of the cabin
Ooh.
feels dry and brittle. Ancient dust-covered wooden beams hold up a crumbling ceiling like mummified ribs, each elegantly carved detail of the stately building preserved in an extended stasis. Everything here has been kept safe and dry and lifeless. But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you.
She's the vape
There is a
princess.
figure faintly outlined against the dusty wood of the far wall.
Okay, so this place flooded last time. Now that it looks different, is this place gonna burn down?
Is that her?
Our beloved. So she does live.
She doesn't look very alive to me. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room. The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door.
Okay. But there is no
As if
door,
something
so
is
I must
flimsy as-
scream. Ah!
You make your way to the door again.
It's time for
Alright.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an antique staircase lit by weak torchlight. The air here is so stale it practically stands still,
Thank you.
as if the very molecules of this place have been fossilized, trapped for eons until your arrival.
Okay, ma'am, can we have an actual conversation this time?
Even the blaze of the torches can't penetrate the odorless air, as if they'd run out of fuel.
Thank you.
Their light still flickering more out of habit than from adhering to a physical reality. A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadow. There she is again.
my love.
She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
Let's see, I don't have a weapon. There isn't anything upstairs when I got here. I think we have a lot to talk about.
You receive no response. Do you think she's upset with us? Don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed.
Of course she's livid, and with good reason.
You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going
I'm
to
afraid
do?
of no ghost.
Look at us until we feel bad. She can look all she wants. It won't do anything. you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead.
No. What foul trickery is this? How can this be? We just saw her alive and well a moment ago, floating away transparently.
Whatever we saw was a ghost. Thought we were all on the same page.
Oh boy.
Do try to keep up. Thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock. You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs, clutching a brightly burning torch. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest.
Why don't we just take
This is extremely bad.
Take the-
Catastrophic, even.
take the blade from the skeleton downstairs?
Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her?
We make amends. She obviously still holds us in her heart. She's bearing a torch for us and everything.
She's gonna drop that, isn't she?
But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
You came back. I missed you.
Did you?
That angelic voice. I missed you too, my beloved.
You sure snapped back to your old self quick.
Yes, seeing her dazzling countenance again has reignited the warmth in my heart. I have found it in me to forgive the sins this body has committed. We can have our perfect romance after all.
This is a bad place. We're supposed to be together, but it keeps making us hurt each other.
The torch falls from the princess's hand and bounces down the stairs.
Oh no!
It'll be so much better when it's gone.
What the?
The
Oh!
skeletal wood of the basement, perfectly dry after uncountable years of desiccation, immediately catches fire. She's trying to kill us.
Yeah.
A misplaced escalation of her passions, but clearly she still cares for us. I say we burn with her.
No, I would prefer not to be crispy. But I'm going to burn.
It's okay. I'm going to burn too. And then we won't hurt anymore.
She's right about the last part. Burning doesn't hurt forever.
That's not a good enough reason.
The fire grows quickly, devouring the basement, dancing up the walls and painting every surface with strokes of flame. You're choked by smoke. The air around you grows uncomfortably warm. We've never burned to death before. I wonder how it's going to feel.
No, that's good. It's gonna hurt.
Really, really bad.
Have you never burned your hand before?
Terrible. So you'd better come up with something to do and fast. Your personal safety is far from the only thing she's threatening right now.
I think a bit of fiery passion is good for the world. You're just trying to spoil her fun.
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm trying to prevent oblivion.
Let's go for the door. She's already a ghost.
Upstairs, the entire cabin erupts into a raging inferno. You ignore the princess, throwing yourself headlong against the door, bashing at it with your clenched fists in a vain attempt at freedom.
Ah! Dude, try to open the door.
As layers of you peel away into raw, seeping burns, you feel a hand on yours. You turn to see the princess, face bright and smile wide with manic affection. She clutches you close to her chest, watching with loving eyes as the flames eat you away, bit by bit. The pain is unbearable at first. Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins.
But it isn't long before the flames take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel much of anything. See? That wasn't so bad.
It was so bad.
Somehow. You'll get used to it.
There are still the feelings of the heart. Those never go away.
Oh, they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually you'll want them to stop too. You'll make them stop. Trust me.
Ugh.
The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull.
Oh, shush.
It's very romantic, really. We
Burning
got our
down the
happy
house.
ending after all.
Burn the hands of a feeding spirit.
Happy.
There she is.
I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be. Preserved until the moment of reunion. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is
Beef
a seed
jerky.
for a new beginning.
Ugh.
To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life.
What you're talking about, the meat isn't boneless. Oh,
And without me, all that's left to do
That was in
is
poor taste.
linger.
I don't want to linger.
Then don't.
A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust.
I won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the thread of everything between us. Do not deny what we are.
Oh!
You're weightless, suspended in the gravity of an idea that threatens to consume you. And you are alone. A tiny island caught between the death of the old world and the birth of the new. But alone is not helpless. When you were confronted with my vessel's apotheosis, you chose against all odds to defy me, to hold on to your inner self with all its flaws, even in the scorching light of my divinity. Without me, there are no externalities to resist, and it is struggle that carves meaning into consciousness.
You're consumed by your own ego. I miss when that was you. Yeah, I miss when that was you.
My threads, like yours, are unbroken. She is me as much as I was her.
Are you? I love you.
I love you too. But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. Don't make me get all emotional.
Hey, alright, alright. Alright, I think I am good. I'm not sure if I want, like, I think I've seen everything I've wanted to see. I know there's alternate stuff I can do based on my choices. I don't think there's an ending where we can both where we can both cease to be. That's not an option. Because like as long as they get to exist together without all of the looping nonsense, without all of the fighting, I think that's a happy enough ending. This game is fantastico. I think the only drawback is all the backtracking, but I mean, it's a light novel. What do you expect? This will be the final VOD cut of Slay the Princess. I don't... Unless they added a true ending. Or an update or something. I don't know how else they could take this. I would have liked if like the game had like a self-aware thing where if you got all the achievements where it's like you've seen everything there is to see and you know everything there is to know. So now, what do you want to do? I don't know. Wouldn't it be crazy if you could live in a world where you could coexist with all the princesses? All of them. Every single one of them. Just live together so all of them and me are never truly alone. Wouldn't that just be delightful? Even the scary ones? Yes, even the scary ones. Blade Princess gets to come along too. The Goddess Princess. The Devil Princess. The Beast and the Dead Princess. They all get to come along.